Hello, and welcome to my video called Narcissism, Gaslighting, and the Hantavirus craze ship outbreak. One of the things which I noticed immediately about the Hantavirus outbreak story was that the more I commented on videos which covered that, the more clouded my judgment seemed to be. That meant that there were people who were letting me know that all that they had to do to fix this was to these comments and make them seem less like they were made by someone with clouded judgment. Then I began to realize that when narcissists and psychopaths react to stories like this, they seem to act as if they are completely distant from this emotionally. So they know exactly what to say and have been preparing to say that during situations like this for years, and that's why their insults seem to be so cold and heartless. They never come up with positive comments or with encouraging comments. They never say anything like, "I'm sorry you're going through this situation. I'm sending you regardless of seeing if this can help you," or they're asking people who are normal, they ask questions like, why do you think this is what happened? I'm curious to see what your thoughts and feelings about this are. Narcissists, on the other hand, react to situations like this with very cold, emotionless comments, and one of them kept blabbering about having discovered the high school grade comment section when someone was saying something about this. And if all of this is for real, let's say that there was a pandemic caused by exposure to a hantavirus which can move from organism A to organism B and then move to a human being and cause a worldwide pandemic. I would not be making this video. Everybody would be dead. That this is some kind of a apocalyptic scenario, narration style is not healthy. The way that the news is covering this is not healthy mentally. The way that the people are watching the news covering this is not mentally healthy either. There are very interesting videos on the internet that which cover people's responses to comments from narcissists, and there are articles on Google and elsewhere which you can research for yourself, and the content describes how narcissists and psychopaths seem to be likelier than others to go into the field of the mainstream media. And what are they doing? They are constantly conjuring up worst case scenarios. The people who are telling everybody that they have found the high school comment section and so on, they are addicted to crises. They keep going through all these videos describing various crises, and then they say, "Oh, I found the high school section here." They repeat this over and over to gaslight others. Some of them are narcissists, some of them are psychopaths, some are narcissistic, some are psychopathic, but they are not narcissists or psychopaths. And I am not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I am interested in things like birds, wildlife, nature, science, Lacanian psychoanalysis, and things like that. So, to me, the way that this issue is handled is very poorly. The news is not doing anything at all to seem legit, and when that happens, that results in credibility loss. The worst case scenario is with the World Health Organization itself, which should have stayed neutral on this and should have spread as little information as possible. Instead, when the news aired, it became impossible to determine what is true and what is not, and as a result, very likely this organization might not be around in the near future, because when organizations lose control, it becomes hard for them to justify their existence. Maybe something is going to replace this and it will cost less, it will be much more responsive, and there will be no need for any pandemic 380 or preparedness program accord or anything related, because we can't prevent a pandemic. If you know to believe there is a pandemic, then that means you believe that something is going on you cannot prevent, and then you have to accept that there is no way to stop that. But if this was an actual pandemic, then I would not be around here, and then there would be no way for anybody else to spread anyone info, because most of them will be dead. They will be gone because it will have spread so fast. No one will have been able to handle anything, and the media will be out of the picture. That will be gone. The world will be like some kind of a landscape where there are only houses and no figures. And so there you have it. This is being created like a hyped up apocalyptic scenario. It's similar to what you see on Ancient Aliens TV. That was very popular in 2018. It was one of the biggest TV shows out there, and that was sometime 1 year later. That was when all these stories about world outbreak began to happen. So you have Ancient Aliens TV, you have World Health Organization TV, and now you see why it's so hard for people to listen to what the World Health Organization is saying anymore. And that's it for now.